Hi everyone, this is Kristen from the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for joining me for my quick unboxing of my brand new Galaxy S20 Plus. Very excited to get this phone unboxed. I opted for the unlocked version, 128 gigs, which is the base storage size. Really impressed that Samsung went with that. I wish that iPhones started at 128 gigs as well. Also, I decided to go for the unlocked version, so I should be able to use this with multiple carriers, and I went for the cloud blue color. I'm hoping that it looks nice and doesn't look too washed out. The other color options were pretty bad, I thought. You have a cosmic gray, which is really boring looking, and a cosmic black. I've seen a lot of black and gray phones, and I haven't seen very many that are cloud blue. Looks like a pretty powder blue online. Let's see how it actually looks in real life. Looking at the contents of the box, you don't want to miss looking in the top of the box. It's an interesting place for Samsung to put some of the materials. They've kind of tucked them up here inside. This is where you're going to find your quick start guide, as well as your warranty information and your SIM card removal tool. Taking out the phone itself, we've got a very nice slim phone here. Very beautiful. The color is actually quite attractive, kind of a rainbowy sort of a blue color. Definitely catches the light, rather iridescent. Really quite a nice color actually. Very, very pretty phone. So as you can see, our back camera does stick up a bit. They've also relocated it. It used to be in the middle. Now it's up here in the top corner, just like with an iPhone. Got our buttons over here. Overall, really quite a nice looking phone. Checking out the rest of the contents of the box, we have a super fast charger here. This is a 25-watt charger. Really a big improvement over previous chargers. Then we have, I guess this must be our USB-C cable. Yep. USB-C, USB-C. Nicely coiled. It's never going to look this nice again. And then these are our headphones. These are AKG. They are a wired headphone, but they are USB-C because of course we don't have a headphone jack anymore. Not surprisingly, these do come with 2 additional sizes of ear tips, so you can find your perfect size or something that is at least reasonably perfect. It's really too bad that these did not come with wireless earbuds, but still these do look like pretty nice ones. We have a woven cord on here, not a cheap plastic one. So I think that that is a nice touch. Checking out the beautiful S20 Plus in a little bit more detail, note that we have a pre-installed screen protector on here, which is a nice touch by Samsung. So I definitely don't want to take this off, at least not yet, certainly until I have a screen protector of my own. It's a plastic screen protector, so not looking at any kind of fancy tempered glass, but actually you have to be a bit careful with these phones to get the right type of screen protector on them, because otherwise the under-screen fingerprint reader is not going to work. So I'm going to stay with the pre-installed screen protector for right now, but I do have some plastic here on the back to remove. I'm going to peel this off so we can see the beauty of the phone. Looks much nicer. So looking down here, you can see we got our speakers down here at the bottom. We've got our USB-C port, and we are very much lacking any kind of a headphone jack. Going to be very upsetting for some people, but so many people have already moved on to using wireless headphones that I think it's really not going to be that much of an issue. Got these curved sides. Very pretty. Makes this really sleek. And then definitely have a distinct camera bump here on the back. I think it looks okay, but it does make you want to put this in a case. So this crucial part of the phone hardware is going to be properly protected. Got our buttons here on the side. On the top here is where you're going to put in your SIM card. You have that nice SIM card removal tool that's included. And again, do be careful to make sure that you put the SIM card ejector tool into the correct hole. This is where your SIM card is. This is not where it is. So don't poke into the wrong hole or you will damage something. Size-wise, we are definitely looking at a larger phone here. If you want to compare this to the iPhone 11 Pro, you can see that it's much taller, although the width of the two phones is really pretty similar. But still, I have to say my 11 Pro is kind of dwarfed here. And then if we were going to compare it to the iPhone 11, which is a little bit larger, you can see that this is still quite a bit bigger. We have a 6.7-inch screen here. Definitely a large phone indeed. Looking at all three of them in a line, you can see the progression. So what cool features do you get with the Galaxy S20 Plus 5G? Well, as the name indicates, this phone supports 5G, both kinds of 5G in fact, sub-6 and millimeter wave. The Galaxy S20, on the other hand, only supports the sub-6 type of 5G, not millimeter wave. Supporting both types of 5G should do a reasonably good job of future-proofing this phone. Of course, it will also do LTE and 4G if a 5G connection is not available. And at least in the US, this is quite likely to happen. There's lots of places that don't have 5G yet. As mentioned before, this has a killer display, 6.7 inches, Super AMOLED, what Samsung calls its Infinity O display. The default refresh rate is set at 60 Hz, but you can make things look even better if you change it to 120 Hz in settings. The battery life will be shorter, however. Speaking of the battery, it's 4,500 milliamp hours, and so far I've been super impressed with it. It goes all day easily and well into the next morning. Great battery. And that brings me to another fun feature of this phone, wireless power share. You can charge another Qi-enabled device wirelessly on the back of this phone. It's more of an emergency backup thing, not that fast or powerful, but nice to have nonetheless. Charging-wise, this supports fast wireless charging, and if you want to use wired charging, it ships with a super fast 25-watt charger. The irritating fingerprint reader that used to be located next to the back camera on previous Samsung Galaxy phones is now on the front, located invisibly under the display. Major coolness factor, but in terms of usability, it's somewhat meh. It works okay, but the fingerprint unlock is noticeably slower than on iPhones. In terms of cameras, it has a 10-megapixel front camera, and the fancy rear camera system features 4 cameras in total. You have a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera, a 12-megapixel wide-angle camera, a 64-megapixel telephoto camera, and a depth vision camera, which is used mostly for AR applications. It also features what Samsung calls space zoom, which is up to 30x digital zoom and 3x optical zoom. Video recording can be done in 8K if desired. And finally, like most phones of its caliber, the S20 Plus is water and dust resistant, rated at IP68, meaning it survives submersion in up to 1.5 meters of water for up to 30 minutes. And it should be reasonably durable, as the display glass is the new Gorilla Glass 6, although the glass on the rear of the phone is only Gorilla Glass 5. Lots to love here. This is a feature-packed phone. I only wish it ran iOS rather than Android 10, as I'm much more used to the Apple ecosystem. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch my unboxing and overview of the Galaxy S20 Plus. If you like my content, please consider hitting that subscribe button. I'm going to be reviewing some cases for the S20 Plus coming up soon, as well as more iPhone-related content. Again, this is Kristen with the Tech Reviewer. Thanks so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.